see bubbles flying everywhere in the air.
Bubbles, bubbles, pretty bubbles, colorful but free of troubles. Like my dreams, they fly so high, unreachable in the sky.
Bubbles, bubbles, flying high. Oh, pretty bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. You're so fragile, oh little bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, let me fly with your pretty bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, don't you dare to break my dreamy bubbles.
I'm forever blowing bubbles. They are my dreams and my struggles. They fly so high, they reach the sky. Just like my dreams, they fade and die. I blow them bigger just like my troubles. Every time I do it, my struggle doubles. You can call me the bubble man. If you ain't friend, I'll bring trouble, man. I am the bubble, you see me everywhere. I am so high, I float in the air. I ain't living in the bubble. That's because I am the bubble.
Bubbles, bubbles, pretty bubbles, colorful but free of troubles. Like my dreams, they fly so high, unreachable in the sky.
Bubbles, bubbles, flying high. Oh, pretty bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. You're so fragile, oh little bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, let me fly with your pretty bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, don't you dare to break my dreamy bubbles.
I'll bubble my way up to the top. On the way I'll make your bubbles pop. This bubble right here can't be stopped. Your verses are like weights, they are dropped. My bubbles are filled with hydrogen. It boosts my flight like hallucinogen. Now I'm floating in the motherfucking clouds, screaming fuck the world out loud. And yes, I'm all over the place like bubbles. Envy me, I'm with underwear top models, dancing, partying in this foam. This is bubble party in my home.
Bubbles, bubbles, pretty bubbles, colorful but free of troubles. Like my dreams, they fly so high, unreachable in the sky.
Bubbles, bubbles, flying high. Oh, pretty bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. You're so fragile, oh little bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, let me fly with your pretty bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, don't you dare to break my dreamy bubbles.
Hey, clap, bust these bubbles, yeah, now clap for the bubbles in the air. Clap, don't let them fade away, just clap, make room for new bubbles, eh? Bottle of bubbling in one hand, in the other everything I demand. Everything goes just like I have planned. Crystal champagne corks about to land. Now clap and take two bubbles down. Make sparkling wine, bubbles to drown as they go down your deserted throat. Bubbles in the air, don't let them float. Hey, clap, bust some bubbles, bust some bubbles. Clap, bust some bubbles, bust some bubbles. Clap, bust some bubbles. Bubbles, just clap, bubbles in the air.
Bubbles, bubbles, flying high. Oh, pretty bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. You're so fragile, oh little bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, let me fly with your pretty bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, don't you dare to break my dreamy bubbles.
Bubbles, why you flying away? Bubbles, why you just can't stay? Bubbles, what this cannot be? Bubbles, what do my eyes have to see? Bubbles, bubbles, Militant Lynx, bubbles flying everywhere in the air. Scream out, yeah.